Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a deeply meaningful author celebration here at She Rises Studios. My name is Ella, and I am so honored to share this space with you today because today we're spotlighting a truly powerful book, which is The Unimaginable Journey by the best selling author Beth MacGowan. And this is a story of heartbreak, of courage, and of healing. This is a mother's journey through the unimaginable loss of her child and the hope she found on the other side. And Beth is not only a gifted writer because she is, but she's also the founder and co president of McKenna's Mission, a charity rooted in compassion and community. And today we are here to celebrate her voice, her purpose, and the impact of this book. So, Beth, welcome and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's really a pleasure. I know that this conversation is going to be deeply powerful. And to start with this, I have a few questions for you. So I want to start with the heart of the book because I know that this book holds so much of your heart, and I want to know when you first sat down to write, what were you hoping this journey would become for yourself and for others as well?
Mm, When I first started writing, I was just sharing on social media here and there about my family's grief journey, my grief journey, because so many people had said they couldn't imagine losing a child. And so I just would share, and people would come up to me at church or out in the community and say, "Oh, I really follow that. I really, can resonate." Sometimes they didn't like hearing about the hard struggles of grief, right? And anytime you share the hard struggles, they want to fix you right away, when really maybe it's just a little low valley, and as long as you can see this, see the climb that you have to do to get out of it, and are able to do that, there's benefits. I share about going in and having counseling, grief counseling, not only for me but for my children, and how the first counselor was not a good fit for me, and I needed to change counselors, and was very leery about having to go to a second counselor for grief. And and so it's sharing and hopefully inspiring other people when they feel like there's nobody that can help them. Maybe they're able to have find somebody to help them. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Beth. And I agree with what you said about how personal this journey is, that it has different stages and we all approach a journey in a different way because grief is so deeply personal. And I want to know what helped you feel safe enough to put such raw emotions into words and then share them with the world.
A lot of prayer. I prayed while I was writing this book on a regular basis. And then I'd have, if there were some deep or hard parts of the book, I'd have my family, if they were included in it, read those parts, because I wanted to make sure that they felt it was okay that I was sharing that, because I didn't want to share something that they didn't feel was okay to be shared. So there's some very tough parts in the book that I share, of going through, and how I felt, and I prayed, will this touch somebody's life, and as I talked to people that had read it earlier, as it was being written, different parts, they would ensure me that it is going to help somebody, it is going to be there, maybe to help them or to help a family member of somebody who lost a child or had deep grief, because this could help with just deep grief in general.
Thank you. I think it's important what you said about having your family there to support you and to, even if sometimes they cannot, to try to understand you. And I think there's a thread of quiet hope moving through the pages, even if the in the most painful moments. So, what gave you glimpses of that light as you were walking through loss?
The different times that like I said, I prayed a lot. I went to a grief share group, and then I also went to counseling. Those all were major helps of me having light at the end of the tunnel, that even though it's probably a lifelong journey of this grief, it's not going to go away. That there's hope of being able to live with it. You don't just get over a loss of losing a child. You learn to live with it. Um, and then after I lost McKenna, one of my high school teachers that I was very fond of. He was a great inspiration for me. He had lost a son, and he called me one day, and we had an hour and a half chat, and we just talked. And his son has been gone for over 20 years, and he just talked to me about it, like, hey, it's still resonates with him, that they lost their child. So
Thank you, Beth. Thank you for sharing that. And before we keep going, I just want to take a moment to talk about what your book has accomplished and to celebrate this incredible milestone, as the Unimaginable Journey has officially become a bestseller in 8 categories on Amazon in the US, including Parenting Emotions and Feelings, Grief and Bereavement, Kindle Store, and new releases in multiple categories. So, Beth, I truly think that this recognition is so well deserved. I think your words are reaching people who truly need them, and that is the highest honor, that you are helping people and your voice is being so relevant for so many people, and we have these milestones to show that. So, Beth, this is truly well deserved, so congratulations to you.
thank you so much. I was shocked. I didn't know how well it'd be received, and that was just a shock and a blessing.
Yes, it is truly a blessing, and you are a blessing for so many people, for all of these readers. So thank you so much for sharing that. I think your voice is so powerful here. And many readers will see themselves or someone they love reflected in the story. So, what would you say to a mother who is just beginning her own unimaginable journey?
Um, Her journey is not going to be like mine. Everybody's grief journey is different, because their relationship with their child is different. My husband and I have totally different grief journeys, and we lost the same person in our life, because our relationship with our daughter was different. She was super connected, super attached to me, and he was just kind of somebody that she hung out with here and there. Like she was, out of our 4 children, she was the only one that wanted mom all the time. The other 3 wanted dad all, and I was just their food source when they were a baby. She was the complete opposite. She wanted me and only me, and some days it was challenging, but I'm just grateful for those days and those moments. And so, because of how close her and I were, um, my husband and my grief journey is completely different. And as I've talked to other moms, because unfortunately, after you lose a child, other people reach out to you and say, "Oh, I lost a child," or "How did you get through this?" or things like that. And you find people that you lean on that have gone through the same loss, um, but you realize that your grief is not going to be the same. What I do for in memory of my child, like we started a foundation, and a 501c3 charity in honor of McKenna. I That's something I chose to do. Does that mean that because you're not doing that as a mother, that you're worse and bad because you didn't do that in honor of your child that you lost? No. That just means that you're choosing to do what's right for you and your family to honor your child.
Thank you, Beth. I think it's really important what you're saying about highlighting the importance of understanding that it would be different, and that's okay. It's just different. And you've taken something heartbreaking and turned it into a mission of love through McKenna's mission. So, what does that legacy mean to you today?
The legacy of McKenna's mission has been just amazing. The community has supported it, and it's been a great thing. We offer free CPR classes because we live in a rural community. So throughout the rural community, we offer free CPR classes, only charging for the certificate, if you need a certificate proving that you completed the class. We not only have I started teaching CPR, and I've been teaching now for 3 years, but my mother has become a licensed instructor, and one of her her friend said, "Hey, in my free time, can I teach CPR too?" And she's offered to also teach CPR. So now we will have like three instructors that will be able to help get those life saving skills out in the public and make it easily accessible for people uh, uh, to go to different classes, because we have people that contact us on a regular basis. Something else that we have done that has been a huge impact is for the county that we live in, we donated the first couple of years to that county to help uh, update their AEDs. So not only they could help anybody in the community with those new AEDs, but now we've gone to the neighboring county and have given them a lot of money as well to update their AEDs. And then the other thing we've done is to help seniors go to further education, and we've done a scholarship program giving out 6 scholarships each year. And on the years that we don't give out six, we kind of bank that money that we have set aside for scholarships, and we have it ready for like the next year. Maybe the next year we give out more, so that we try and give out an average of six.
That is truly a mission of love, Beth. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing your strength and also your heart with us today. Thank you for sharing those words with us and your own mission now. I think your courage and compassion are helping a lot of people in their own healing journey. So thank you for those words, Beth.
Thank you.
And now to everyone that is watching us, you should know that the Unimaginable journey is available now on Amazon. So, whether you are grieving or supporting someone who is, or simply seeking deeper understanding, I think this book will meet you where you are. And Beth, we are grateful for you, and we can wait to see what's next for your mission and your message. So, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you at the next author celebration. And until then, please take care of your heart. I wish
Thank
you
you
could.
very much.
Thank you, Beth.